Hey y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living, coming to you from Maui, Hawaii, where guess what? Here too, there's a certain amount of panic and challenge going on for folks, right? Even though, right here, very few people have been affected directly, there is that energy in the air. And here's what I want to give to you today to be most helpful is a reminder that you have a superpower. What's your superpower? It's your mind. And when I say mind, I mean your thoughts and your feelings, the circuits, the energy that you run through your brain and heart. Now, I've been talking about this stuff for more than 30 years now since I had something of an awakening, right? And I've been into consciousness studies and meditation and yoga, and that's been the majority of my life's work. So it's not radical information. What is amazing, though, is we know now in really clear scientific terms that, yes, our thoughts and our feelings not only affect how we feel, they create our reality around us, right? We know there is a consciousness of oneness that is perfect unity. And sadly, part of what's going on right now, because there's so much understandable fear, right? The unknown is always scary to the human survival part of us. The unknown is where we are. It's where we always are, right? But it's where we are, especially right now. It's really in our face. And when we go into survival mode, it becomes fight or flight. And I'm sad to say, I'm seeing a lot of this kind of fight energy around us. And I don't mean, yeah, you've probably seen the videos of people fighting over rolls of toilet paper, right? Okay, yes, it's the toilet paper Armageddon, right? But joking aside, there's also an energy of, I don't want you to come around here because of, you might be a contagious, and I get that, and I'm not suggesting be cavalier or inconsiderate. Like, yes, let's be aware of our hygiene, and let's do what we can collectively to minimize the risk that's happening, to flatten out the curve, the spread of this. And let's remember the fact that we are the same, right? Not only because it feels better, not only because it helps us live together as humans, even while we are becoming more isolated right now, also, though, because when we fall into that fear, animosity energy, it literally lowers our immune system, right? So here's the big crux of this video, and what my teaching has been and continues to be for my whole lifetime, is the value of using this machine, using this organism consciously, right? And that means, in my terms, creative dynamic inward process. CDIP, creative dynamic inward process. You could call it using breath. You could call it quantum meditation. What I mean, and however you define it, and if you want more info, I'm happy to share more with you. Just reach out to me. What I mean is using an internal process, creative, dynamic, slowing down our brain. Well, you could call it meditation, and if you really, if meditation, even a few minutes is what you got right now, go for it, because this is a time amongst all times where it is so important. Because when we slow down our brain waves, when we get into our heart, when we block out the outer world and the fear and the news, then we have a machine that is healing and that is building up its immunity all the time. That's who we are naturally. Human, animal, and that survival part, yes, of course it's part of who we are. And there is so much more to who we are. Spirit, who thrives on the unknown, who is imperishable, who is eternal. And the more we tap into that and live in that, especially right now, the more we feel better through this, the more we are a force for upliftment, for good for others. Right? And one of the key messages that I'm bringing through all of these messages to y'all right now is it's time for you to step into leadership. We need people who have learned things, lessons have touched into spirit, who have had certain awakenings, who even just sense it, who remember that, because it's our nature. to not only think those thoughts or have a little thing that they do sometimes, but to step up as a leader now and be a force for union, right? Whatever it takes for you to do that. Biggest suggestion today, internal process. Pratyahara is the yogic term for blocking the outer world out. Creative, dynamic, inward process. And again, if you'd like to know more about that, happy to share. I have just installed a new edition of my masterclass, The Vibration of Vibrancy, how to raise your frequency. Coming up 1 week from today, and I'm going to put the link down here. If you have more time now, if you know that your state is in peril, if you know that right now it's the time to really get a hold of your own energy, your own vibration, well, I'd be honored to support you with that, completely free, and you're very welcome to join. Just register down below. And in any case, y'all, stay strong in your heart. Together, we will move through this and come to a better place. All right. Thank y'all.